welcome, Liev. I actually, I think I knew it was Liev, but I guess a lot of people call you Liev. But
it happens, yeah.
Liev is how it's pronounced.
It is.
And, you know, I read up on everybody that's on the show, and I always find I have something in common. This is the weirdest thing I've ever had in common with someone, that you actually, as a small child, wanted to be an elevator operator as well.
Yeah, I did. You know, it's you know, it's the people that you meet that have great influences on you. I was at the Greenwich House Daycare Center, and there was a guy named Curtis who he was an awesome basketball player, and he had this stick, about a 4.5-foot stick with rubber on both ends that he would sort of bang up and just spin and stuff. And he drove the elevators at Greenwich House Daycare Center, and he was really good at sort of just nailing the floor that you were going
Landing
through.
right on it. That's back when they needed, because now you just push the button, but there was a guy, there was a seat in there, and he'd crank the thing, and it would land right on the floor, and that always looked like so much fun to me.
Yeah, he was just the coolest guy. He had a big 2.5-foot afro, and just sort of had
that
those
limited the
old
capacity of how
All-Stars.
many people could fit in there, probably. Right.
Yeah.
That would be, I just thought it would be a fun job to just move that around. And
he let me do it a couple times.
Really?
And it's pretty cool.
Is it easier to level up with the floors than you think?
I think it takes years to get that down where it's really kind of just shoop, you know,
right.
which is sort of what he did.
Ooh, that's
I
nice...
was a little clunky, but with him, it was always just kind of shoop.
Yeah. I didn't really think it through, that it wouldn't be really an exciting job to sit in a box all day long just going up and down.
But when you're 7, things like that are pretty cool.
Who cares?
Yeah,
that seemed like a fun thing.
Yeah.
Hey, so also, you're a star, and we have stars on the show, but you really are literally a star.
Yeah, that thing. I think a lot of people actually are, and I think for a nominal fee, you can also become one, apparently, because I don't know if people know this, but most stars have strange scientific names like HP 10W434X. And some brilliant person came up with the idea that you could buy one of these stars and change the name to your loved one.
And someone bought you.
Some very intelligent,
let's take a look at, let's looky-loo where your star is. Do you know where you?
I think it's this one right here.
Oh, that's a bad neighborhood. That's not a good neighborhood at all. You don't want to be over there.
Well, it cost a lot to get the stars in this area.
Yeah.
So, but these stars out here are
very hard to sleep at night. It's very bright.
Bargain stars.
Yeah. There's actually, because I didn't know about the star thing, but it's ridiculous that people are selling stars, like we can do that. But someone bought me a piece of the moon. They sent it to me, and for a mere $36, there's actually different prices. I'm actually the Sea of Tranquility, and mine was $36 an acre, but there's different places, and
do you actually own the Sea of Tranquility?
Yes, I do. Yes, well, I think I have an acre or so, but what we decided to, we bought you also, and you can just pick which one, you can pick which area, but we bought you a piece of the moon.
Really?
So now you own a star and a piece of the moon. You can pick which one. They vary in a very weird way.
I'd be curious to find out sort of what the zoning laws are, you know?
Yeah. I don't know how hard it is to build over a 4-foot wall. There may be a lot of rules that, you know, you don't know how to...
Thank you very much for that.
But the reason I want to buy you a piece of the moon is because I don't know how many people have seen that movie, A Walk on the Moon, but you are so amazing in that movie. You were so good in that
movie. Fantastic cast of actors, but also someone who doesn't get a lot of attention, a really terrific writer named Pamela Gray, who wrote that script, and it was just one of the most awesome
If you get a chance, rent Walk on the Moon. And Diane Lane was here recently, and I told her that. It's a beautiful, beautiful film, and you're so good. You're such an amazing actor anyway.
Thank you.
So Spinning Boris is the new movie that, on Showtime.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, we made this a couple years ago when the talk about campaign reform was still sort of fresh in everyone's minds. And this is about Boris Yeltsin's re-election campaign to continue the infant democracy in Russia. And he hired, covertly, he hired Pete Wilson's campaign managers, 3 guys, George Gorton, Joe Shoemate, and Dick Dresner, and didn't want anyone to know that he had used them. And so the clip that I think you're going to see is Yeltsin wouldn't meet with the political consultants because he didn't want anyone to know that he was connected to them. So his daughter actually was the liaison between the consultants and Yeltsin.
Standing Doors premieres on March 14th on Showtime. Thank you so much, Liev, for being here. I appreciate it. I am taking on Alice and Janney right after this. We'll be right back.